Hey everyone, how's it going? I hope you're all doing really awesome. Happy summer. It's so hard to believe that it's almost the end of June. I am so super excited for this summer. I really hope you all are too. As we know, things are starting to finally get better and open up again. That is super exciting. And I'm really excited to just get out there, make the very most of it. I really think it's going to be an amazing summer. So let's just all come together and make it the best summer that it can be. Alright, so firstly, I just want to say a huge thank you to all of you one more time for following along with the series of videos that I did last month where I shared my story, and just as a reminder, all 20 parts of that series are up right now on my channel, so please check them out if you haven't already. I've gotten a lot of really nice comments and messages from all of you on my story so far, and I really appreciate those a lot, so thank you so much to everyone for sending me so much love and support. I really appreciate it more than I can say, and I'm sending all that love right back to all of you. You're all so amazing. Thank you so much again, and I'm sending you lots of hugs. Alright, so as I said at the end of my story series and in my last couple of videos I put up here, where I'm at right now is that now that I've shared my story with all of you through that series I did, really working hard on getting into this beautiful next new chapter of my life. And I'll have a lot more to share about that soon. That's going to involve things like updates on my work as a human potential coach, since I'm almost finished with my training at the Human Potential Institute, as I've said, and that's super exciting. And of course, more news on Best Feeling Ever is coming really soon. So please stay tuned for all of that great and exciting stuff. That's all coming really soon. But for now, I really just wanted to continue along in the process of starting up this new chapter by making one kind of bigger video just to kind of give an overview of my whole story and put it in a more concise package for all of you, since I know that the 20-part series that I released last month is kind of long to watch all at once. I really just wanted to give you all a way of getting to know me and my story in a much quicker way, and that's kind of what this video is going to be all about. So, whether you've seen all of my series, or some of it, or none of it, I hope that you enjoy this video, as we're kind of just going to take a look back on my story, and everything that's brought me to this point. And not only that, but as I get ready to embark on this new chapter, I also kind of want to just see this as a celebration of my life, and everyone in it, and everything that's gotten me to where I am right now, which I'm really super thankful for, so let's do it. Alright, here we go. So, I want to start by saying that this story that I'm about to share with you all is a story of what I see as some of the highest and the lowest points that we experience in life. It's a story of great happiness and great pain. It's a story of the strength of connection and the devastation of isolation and loneliness. And it's a story of devastating brokenness as well as finding great strength. At its essence, though, I really think it's just a story about learning to live life to the very fullest, to love this human experience for all that it is, and perhaps most of all, the joy in sharing all of those experiences that we go through. The most joyous ones and the most painful ones. The joy of sharing those with each other, and forming deep connections and bonds through all of that. So let's get right into it. Okay, so I want to start back at the beginning again. And I want to start with a sense of passion and energy and true love for life that I've always felt throughout my life. Those of you who know me or who have been following my story for some time now know how passionate I get about all things in my life, pretty much, especially the things that I love the most. I mean, anyone who knows me can just see that reflected in my lifelong love for SpongeBob, among other things. But really, the spirit of enthusiasm and excitement surrounding the people and the things and the ideas that I love the most has always been with me, and it's one of the things that I feel has always made my life so great and so much fun. And at the core level, I really just feel that it ties into the way that I feel things, really all things, so very deeply in my soul, and this is what has always inspired me to live my life to the fullest. But not only that, I really want to share it with everyone else too. Because part of my feeling so deeply has always been my capacity to feel what other people are feeling as well. And this is something that's been present for me in some big ways throughout my life. I've always just felt such a strong desire and such a strong need to connect with others, and this includes all other human beings. I've always just loved getting to know people of all different kinds of backgrounds and walks of life, and I believe that our differences are something that should be celebrated as they make us unique. And I believe that if we view them in the right way, these differences need not be things that divide us and drive us apart, but rather they can be a force to bring us together so that we can celebrate the individuality of the lives that we all live together alongside the commonalities that we all share as human beings. Now, with that said, throughout most of my childhood, despite having this great love of connecting with others, I never really felt that strong of a need to be part of a large social circle of friends while I was in school. Throughout my elementary school and middle school years, I was pretty much content with just hanging out with my one or two best friends, and that was enough for me to feel fulfilled and happy, socially speaking. Now, I was friends with lots of the kids at my school, sure, and I loved interacting with them and playing with them, but outside of school, I was most comfortable just hanging out with my very closest friends, just my one or two best friends. That was enough for me. I didn't really feel the need to go to big parties or hang out with lots of different people all the time. Now, that was until I got to high school. When I got to high school, now really around the time I started my sophomore year, around the time I turned 15, I started thinking that it would be cool if I began to branch out a little bit more and be more at the forefront of my school's social scene. I thought it would be cool to experience going to parties and getting to know more of my classmates on a deeper level, so that I could form stronger and closer friendships with them. And throughout my school years, I had always felt that I was well liked by my peers, so when I had the desire to branch out more, I didn't initially think it would be too challenging for me to do so, but it turned out to be more challenging than I had thought. And what I soon realized was that since I had never really had much interest in being a super social person at my school up until that point, my peers really didn't see me that way, and I couldn't just decide that I wanted to be a different kind of person overnight and expect them to change their view of me. And now, as such, I didn't really feel like I was able to connect with them as fully as I had hoped I'd be able to, and I began to feel alienated. Now, I genuinely don't think that anyone wanted me to feel this way or was trying to make me feel left out. But again, I learned that I simply couldn't expect to change the way people viewed me overnight. And while I did understand that no one meant to make me feel this way, it hurt just the same. I began to feel isolated from my peers, and I couldn't help but wonder if there might really be something wrong with me after all. A haze of self-doubt started to creep in that began to infect my usually happy and exuberantly enthusiastic outlook on life. I'd never really felt anything like this before, and it was extremely difficult to process and even just to understand at first. I had no idea how to deal with it or even how to begin talking about it. Now, looking back, I know that there are so many people who would have loved to help me if they had known what was going on inside, but I really had no idea how to even begin to share what I was feeling with anyone else. So I kept it to myself, and I tried my best to find a way through these feelings. But I just didn't know how we could find a solution to these growing feelings of isolation and alienation, and the increasing doubt and lack of confidence that I started to feel about myself. It all really started to take its toll on me, and soon I found myself becoming very depressed much of the time. School became quite a painful experience for me, as I couldn't help but look around at my peers, both in person and on social media, who seemed to be getting along great socially and enjoying deep and rich friendships with each other both inside and outside of school. I wanted so badly just to be part of that, and to experience those feelings of love and connection for myself. But I had no idea how to get there, or where to even begin, and I began to feel so broken inside. The concept that I had of myself and of my life was beginning to shatter. I knew I needed to do something to save the life that I loved. I knew I needed to find some way. I knew I just needed something to remind me that I wasn't all alone. Unfortunately, I began to find what I was looking for. I started to think of other ways that I could branch out in school, other ways that I could reach out and connect with those around me. And I found connection by participating in some awesome events at my school and joining some amazing clubs and organizations. And this really helped me to put myself out there, and I gained lots of great new friends in the process. And it went deeper than that also. Those of you who are familiar with my story know how incredibly important a couple of those events in particular were to me, such as Challenge Day. For those of you who aren't as familiar, Challenge Day is a yearly event held at my school that's all about helping everyone in the school feel a deeper sense of connection with and love for one another, which was exactly what I was looking for. Now, participating in this event first in my sophomore year, then again in my junior year, and for a third time in my senior year, helped me to find the sense of connection that I was craving more than I can say. And all of this had such a huge impact on me, in fact, that it inspired me to put myself out there and to start up my very own club at my school. I named it the Be the Change Club, after Gandhi's quote, "Be the change you wish to see in the world," and I started it up early on in my senior year and ran it throughout that year. And the club was all about helping to cultivate that spirit of empathy and kindness and a true spirit of connection and community throughout the school. And I feel that we were really successful in doing that. It was just such a joy and a fulfilling experience for me to run this organization, and it helped me in many different ways. And most of all, I'd come to understand the joy I could receive from helping others to connect with one another, and by just reaching out to let other people know that they're not alone, and that they have someone they can always turn to for whatever they need. I started to reach out to more and more people to let them know that I would be there for them, and to just try to connect with them in this way, and this really helped me as well. Now soon, I graduated from high school, and I began to embark on my next journey at my college, LIU Post. I hadn't completely solved my need for deep and lasting connection with other people at this point, but I was filled with hope and inspiration that I would be able to continue striving towards my goal of helping others in the new world of my college. So, of course, as soon as I got there, I got right to work setting up a new version of the Be the Change Club there, and I ran that as its president throughout all 4 years of my college career, which was extremely fulfilling for me and I think helped my entire school's community a great deal. It was really awesome, and I'm so grateful to have had that experience. And naturally, I got involved in my school in lots of other ways too, from joining many other organizations to becoming a resident assistant, an orientation leader, and much more. And this all brought me great fulfillment, and I'm so grateful for all of the experiences that I got to have there. And of course, I continued on my mission to reach out to as many people as possible, and try to be the very best friend I could to each and every one of them. And I kept making lots more great new friends through this, which was amazing, except I soon realized that there was one more thing I needed to do. I realized that I needed to learn how to love myself again. See, the thing is, by this point in my life, I was helping so many other people and contributing to some really great causes and really doing my best to put myself out there as a leader, and I really felt that all of that was doing so much to make such a great impact on others. But the thing was, throughout all of it, I still felt that something was missing deep down inside. My need for genuine, authentic connection wasn't being fulfilled. At first, I didn't realize what more I needed to do, but then I knew what it was. I realized that I was giving so much love to the people all around me and to the whole world, but really not enough to myself. I had become so devoted to serving and helping others that I wasn't honoring my own needs anymore. I was giving and giving and giving, but I wasn't recharging my own energy and doing what I needed to do in order to stay my happiest and healthiest self. And what's more is that in my quest to help other people heal and to give them as much love and care as I could, I was actually opening myself up to some incredibly toxic relationships that proved to be very damaging to me. Without realizing it, I'd been giving my power away to people who wanted to take advantage of me and drag me down. I was actually making myself sick and drained, and I got to the point where I could feel my very life energy beginning to slip away. My anxiety and depression began to surge, and there would be some days when I just felt so completely powerless. Sometimes the pain just got to be so much, and it just felt like the entire world was against me some days, and the worst part of it was feeling totally and completely alone in it. And as my mental health continued to deteriorate, I just couldn't help but feel more and more alone. I felt it on such a deep level, deep within my soul, and that was the most painful of all. I knew that I needed to do something. I needed to find some way of getting better and moving forward. And really, I realized that the only way I could do that was by beginning to love myself again, and to do so fully and completely. I needed to find the spark inside of myself again, and reignite that spark. At first, I felt at such a loss, I didn't even know how to begin to do that. But I kept moving forward, and I did a lot of soul searching and inward reflection, and through it all, I finally realized something. If I could learn to love myself in that kind of state, where I felt so incredibly, completely broken and alone, then I could love myself fully and completely forever and always. And so, with this new revelation, I set out to do just that. And ever since then, this was about 3 years ago, I've been on quite a journey to learn to love myself again. And I'm happy to say that I've been making some great progress towards this goal, and that's really truly exciting. And it hasn't always been easy, but it has been so incredibly rewarding and fulfilling to notice myself making progress towards being my happiest and healthiest self. And I'm well on my way towards being happier than I've ever been before. And I'm so excited to see what's next to come for me. I really feel this is just the beginning. And through this reconnection with my truth and with my deepest inner self, I've also finally been able to open myself up to love and connection with others that is deeper than any I've ever experienced before. And I have found so much great healing in that genuine, authentic connection. It's helped me so much in becoming the person that I want to be, that I need to be, that I'm meant to be. And I'm so beyond excited to see where it takes me next. Not only that, but also to share it with all of the people that I love most and that I know will always be there for me. Their connection, their love, and their kindness truly is one of the greatest gifts I've ever been given in this life, and I'm so beyond grateful for it. With them by my side, and really with all of you by my side, I truly feel that I can do anything and everything that I'm meant to do in this life. And now that I've just about finished my time in school, and I'm ready to branch out into the world more than I've ever have before, I'm guided by a sense of purpose and meaning, to help other people discover and connect with themselves as well, just the way that I have. I want to help other people discover the great joy that is to be found in living their greatest, happiest, healthiest lives, and to know what it feels like to truly find yourself. And this is why I've now been focusing on what my path forward is going to look like. And I feel beyond grateful and excited to be on what I feel is just such a genuinely beautiful journey in this life. And I'm so very confident in my path forward, and I'm just so excited to see where it'll take me next. And perhaps that's what's giving me the most hope right now. A great hope that things can and will be better, and that we can find the light even when it seems darkest. A hope that we can make it through anything that this world has to throw at us, because as human beings, we are so much stronger and more resilient than we even know. I know that this is obviously still an absolutely insane time that we're all living through right now in so many different ways, and I know that so many of us are really hurting right now. But I have such a great hope that we'll be able to be better than we ever have been before, and that we as a human race have what it takes to reach these new heights and new peaks in ways that are better than we've ever imagined. It is truly beyond exciting. And I believe this because, well, I've experienced it firsthand. I've experienced what it feels like to feel so incredibly broken down, to feel like the entire world is collapsing in on me, to feel so terribly, painfully alone, like I have no one in this world, to feel such a great sense of loss and confusion and doubt, and to live my life full of anxiety and depression, and to feel like all of my self-confidence and really everything I've ever held close to me is being sucked away. I know what that feels like, and I know how bad it feels and how much it hurts deep down inside. And I also know what it feels like to feel myself coming alive again, to have my life energy come back online, and to be reminded that yes, I am alive. To find myself through the dark haze of doubt, and to see the light of the path forward. To fall back in love with myself and with my life, and to celebrate all that it means and all that it is to truly be alive. I know what it feels like to find my purpose and my meaning, and to find a way of using them to help others and to help this world to strive towards being the best it can be, while also helping myself to be the best that I can be as well. I know what it feels like to start again, and to come back better than ever. And it really might just be more amazing than anything else I've ever experienced. This great gift of that experience of coming home to ourselves, this is something that I truly believe we all can experience. We all have the capacity to get there by working hard enough and by staying on our paths in life, even when things get so extremely challenging and even when we feel so alone. Everyone deserves to experience that great gift. It's completely, absolutely life-changing. And in that exact same vein, I feel we also must talk about the other aspect to that great feeling of finding a home or a new home within ourselves, which is finding the strength in pure and genuine, authentic connection with each other. And I know, of course, that these days that seems harder than ever before in some ways for many of us. So many of us are feeling so isolated, so divided, and yes, so alone, more so than ever in some cases. And I know that there are powerful forces out there that are seeking to divide us, to break us apart, to make us forget one of the most sacred and true things about our very existence in this human form, which is the fact that no matter what our differences may be, at the end of the day, we are all human beings. And that means we all share a lot more in common than what sets us apart. And we just need to come together and celebrate all of that. And I know it can feel like a scary and lonely world, and as I've been talking about here, I know the intense pain of feeling isolated and feeling all alone. I felt it for so much of my life now. But I also know the great joy, the great healing power that is to be found in true connection. And I know connection is possible. And even when it isn't easy, I found that it's worth it. The power of genuine, pure human connection is so great that I truly believe it's able to heal our hearts on a deep, profound level if we find a way of cultivating it enough. I've experienced it firsthand through all of the amazing people who've been there for me when I needed them most, and I'm forever grateful for their kindness and their love. And I believe with my whole being that if everyone in this world would be able to experience that same kind of love, we could do things in this world that might just be beyond our greatest imagination. And I believe that this kind of power can be what it is that we really need right now to heal the world. I know we're all feeling it. The loss of touch with who we are as a human species, the lack of harmony and connection among our nations, within our nations, even among and within our very communities, even among our and within our very families. And I know that a lot of us are feeling hopeless about that. And I have been for quite some time too. Yeah, I've been right there with you all. But I really think I've come to believe that we all still have that sense deep down inside of us that there is more out there, that things can not only be beautiful again, but can grow to be more beautiful than they've ever been before. And I know it's so hard to live with that pain sometimes. But I really believe that all of it, all of that pain, is pointing us in a new direction, so that just maybe we can all start thinking differently about life, and about who we are and what our roles are in this world, and about how we can come together and relate to one another on a more deep, heart-centered level, deeper than ever before, like never before. And I'm filled with this hope now more than ever, now that I've experienced that joy and that connection firsthand. And as I've talked about, I've always felt a great sense of empathy for this world and for everyone in it. And there's something calling out to me right now, from deep within, that's telling me that now is our time to get out there and use our own unique gifts and strengths to connect with one another in ways like never before. And I truly do believe with my whole heart that it can lead us to be better than we have ever been before. So yeah, I do have hope, and I have more than hope. I think I have an idea. I have a crazy, beautiful idea that maybe we can all, each and every one of us, learn to come together again, learn to let the barriers separating us finally fall away so that we can see each other for what we truly are, and see the great love that exists in all of our hearts, and unite around that, and grow so much stronger than the forces that are trying to tear us apart. I have hope that humanity will learn to heal again, to love deeply and fully again, and to use that love to to move this world forward, past all of the hate and isolation and pain and hurt. I've seen that happen on a small scale, and when it does happen, it is so beyond beautiful. And now, I think this world is ready for a large scale revolution of the same kind, like one that has been dreamed about for centuries, for millennia, since the beginning of time, but has never really been seen before. I truly believe that that's what we're moving towards, and that's what makes me so excited. So, how are we going to get there? Well, that is going to take all of us. We're all going to need to find a way to see this vision of a better world and to commit to that vision. We have to first commit to doing the necessary inner work inside ourselves to make ourselves the most conscious, connected, awake, and aware human beings that we can possibly be, and to commit to helping others to do the same, each in our own way. Now, I've already seen so many great displays of this kind of commitment and dedication in my own life, and I have no doubt that we will all be able to achieve this by sticking with it. It's not going to be easy, but I also believe that as we move forward along this path, we will gain momentum, and hope and dedication will grow. And I really truly believe that this is so possible, and perhaps even inevitable. And I do have many more specific ideas for the kind of work that it's going to be necessary in order to make this vision a reality, and what will need to happen, and what each of us will need to do in order to play our parts. I'm still learning and growing a lot and figuring things out, just like we all are, so I am going to ask you all to continue being patient with me as I more completely and clearly figure out what my vision of this looks like moving forward. But please rest assured, I will be sharing it with you each and every step of the way, and I will be continuing to do this great work right alongside all of you, and within myself. And I'll be inviting you to join me in whatever capacity I feel will work to get us closer together. I've already committed to dedicating my life to doing this kind of work, and I'm beyond excited to see what we can all accomplish together. And I truly feel that it will be greater than what we can even imagine. I really hope you all can feel that sense of excitement as well. Because now is our time. Now is when we must come together and move forward. I feel in my heart that we as a human race are rapidly coming upon a very special inflection time in our history. Now, I'm not trying to make a prophecy here or anything like that, but I'm just sharing a feeling that I have inside, deep in my heart, and I know that this feeling is shared by many others. My point's just that, if now isn't our time to lift ourselves up, to lift each other up, and to lift this world up, then when is? So it's something we can get truly excited about. So my question to you is, what is it that you are doing right here and right now to optimize your potential as a human being, both so that you can live your happiest and healthiest life ever, and so that you can help this world and everyone in it to be the very best it can be? What is your superpower? What is your gift to this world? Now, I know you might not know the answer to that just yet, and that's a beautiful thing in itself, because now is your time to discover it. We all have so much power inside of us, that's one thing I know for sure. We all have the capacity to do some truly amazing things in this world. And it all starts with each of us as individuals. And where it all ends, well, that's also up to us. We just have to come together and decide what kind of world we want to make happen, and make it happen. And we can, and I believe that we will. So what do you want to do to make this happen? Again, let me ask you, what is the gift that you want to give to this world? What will be your impact, and how great will it be? I know that I, for one, I'm extremely excited to see it. And I can't wait to see what we can do together when we combine those impacts. And I just can't wait to feel the great feelings that we will all, every single one of us, get to experience just by opening up our hearts and coming together in the power of true love for each other and for this great world and for everyone and everything in it. So now, with that all said, I feel that I'm finally ready to move forward. As you know by now, one of the main reasons that I've been relaying my story like this through this channel is so that I could come to terms with the traumatic experiences and the hurt that I've been through, and so that I could find a way of healing from it, learning from it, growing from it, not letting it hold me back anymore. And now that I've finally gotten all of this out there, I do feel that I'm ready at this point, at last. I feel that I'm fully ready to move forward, to embark on this beautiful next chapter of my life, to do what it is that I'm meant to do and that I need to do to make this life the best it can be. Now, of course, life's a journey, and I'm not trying to say here that I'm fully 100% healed from everything and that everything is perfect all the time for me. No, far from it. I still have a lifetime of healing and growing and coming to terms to do, and I'm committed to sticking with that work. But now, I'm experiencing a deeper level of inner peace than I ever have before, and I feel my heart is more open than it ever has been before, and also more full. And I don't know what the future holds for me, but I've never been so excited to find out step by step. And I'm just so excited to share it with the people that I love the most and to just enjoy being who I am meant to be in this world. Yeah, I've been through a lot of pain in my life, so much hurt, and so much feeling like I might never get better. And I felt so hopeless, and I felt like there was nowhere else for me to go and nothing else for me to do. And yet, here I am. Somehow, even when I thought it would be impossible, I made it out of that. I discovered a greater joy and peace than I'd ever known before. And through it all, I've realized I honestly wouldn't trade 1 second of my life for anything. Through all the joy, all the pain, and all the confusion and doubt and all the hope, it's all come together to make me who I am right now, to give me the life that I have right now. And I'm grateful beyond words for every part of it, all of it. I hold no regrets. I feel blessed to have experienced both all the joy and all the pain. And I'm just so happy to have this opportunity right here, right now, to be me, to have this beautiful, amazing, incredible life. Alright? So now it's time to get out there. It's time for me to be all that I can be, and it's time for us to be all that we can be. It's finally time for me to take all of these years of learning and growing and see what I can do with them out there in that big, beautiful world. It's time to really get to work. It's time to do this thing. Time to share this beautiful life with those who I can connect with on the deepest and most authentic level. It's time to be me. And yeah, I do feel ready. I feel more than ready. I feel ready to be me. I feel that this is what I've been building up to for my whole entire life. All of these years of intense hard work, keeping my goals in sight every step of the way. It's all brought me to this point right here. It's all so exciting. And I can't wait to make the very most of it. I can't wait to live this life the way it's meant to be lived. Finally, and to share my beautiful gifts with the whole world. And once again, I can't wait to share it with all of you. All of you out there who are watching this. I'm just so eternally grateful to be given this gift of sharing this journey with you. The world's our oyster, and the future is ours to make it the best it can be. And by coming together and sharing in that mission, I just know that it will be something so truly incredible, spectacular, and absolutely amazing. We got this. We are going to do this. Together. Always together. All the way. So who's excited? I know I am. And I can't wait to share this journey with all of you together. Once again, now is our time. This is our chance. So let's come together and make something of it. Let's live in this very moment we've been given. Let's make it truly better than it's ever been before. You know, we all have the power to do that. This moment is ours. So once again, thank you all. A huge, heartfelt thank you to all of you who have been part of my journey in any way. Thank you for being there, for sharing in all of these moments with me, for sharing in all of the joy as well as all of the pain and everything in between, for sharing the excitement and the heartbreak, and most of all, for sharing all of the love. Huge thank you to my beautiful friends and family members, to my teachers, my mentors, my classmates, and of course, to my dog, Gary. Couldn't have done it without all of you. A huge thank you to every single one of you out there for all you have done for me, to inspire me and to help me move forward, and really just for being there for me. A huge thank you to everyone who's shown me what life can be, what as humans we can be, and what we can do, and what it is that I truly am and what I can do in life. I carry all of you with me forever in my heart, and I'm so beyond grateful to have you as part of my story, and also to be part of yours as well. And of course, thank you just for being you, and for sharing your own unique gifts with this world as well. I'm sending so much love to all of you, and I'm so happy for all that we've gotten to share together. I just can't wait to see what is to come next for us, and I just know that it will be so truly beautiful. probably beyond our greatest dreams. I just can't wait to see what we can share together. And of course, a huge thank you just for being you, for sharing your own unique gifts with this world as well. I want to say that again. You are amazing, you are so incredible, and you can do anything. And I know that together we can do anything. Whatever happens, we got this. We are in this together. Always know that. I know it. We will all be in this together forever and always. And we'll all be together forever and always. So again, just remember how truly amazing you are in this moment and how you can do anything you set your mind to. Always remember how lucky this world is to have your gifts. And always remember that you have so much more power and energy inside of you than you even know. You got this. I know you do. So let's do this together. We got this. We are so amazing. And I am so excited to see what we do together forever. All right, everyone. So let's get out there and do it. Thank you so much again for watching this video. This is my story. Thank you for watching it and being part of it. Please don't forget to like this video, comment on it, favorite, and subscribe to my channel for lots more great stuff. I can't wait to share lots more stuff with all of you, so please stay tuned. And we've got lots more great stuff coming up this summer and beyond, so let's do it. Thank you all so much, everyone. I love you all so much. Sending you lots and lots of warm hugs. Please take care of yourselves and keep spreading the love. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all really, really soon. Love you all. Have the best day ever.